Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Good Hang. We are very excited about our guest today. It is Selena Gomez, the multi-talented, incredible businesswoman and comedian and singer who is just a total delight. And we're going to talk about a lot of fun things today. We're going to talk about her incredible business and her success as the founder of Rare Beauty. We're going to talk about Only Murders in the Building and working with legends and being one herself. We're going to talk about Tejano music, her favorite kind, and music that she listened to growing up. And we're going to get to know her grandmother's favorite recipe. All of that and more in this episode. But, we always have guests tell us about our guest. We always talk well behind our guests' back and have someone special to talk about them. And today we have, one of my comedy legends, a person who came on an early episode of this show and who a lot of people don't know has totaled my car 3 times. Martin Short. Marty? This message is brought to you by Apple Card. Each Apple product, like the iPhone, is thoughtfully designed by skilled designers. The titanium Apple Card is no different. It's laser etched, has no numbers, and earns you daily cash on everything you buy, including 3% back on everything at Apple. Apply for Apple Card on your iPhone in minutes. Subject to credit approval, Apple Card is issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
Hi, baby.
Thank you for coming back. I was just thinking.
Hey, by the way, I loved our show.
Me too. It was such a hit.
Nothing was funnier than when you called me a motherfucker.
Where are you?
I'm in Toronto.
Oh, fantastic. I think I told you I went to Canada a lot in the summers and it was always cold, but is it warm there right now?
It got insanely hot because we're spiraling toward the sun, as you know.
Yeah.
And it got very hot and very humid. No, the lake got to be 81. I know you don't believe it.
That's good.
And I know you'd still call that a cold plunge, but not for Canadians.
Have you cold plunged since we talked?
No, ma'am.
Oh, well, I can tell.
You can tell by the skin?
I can tell by your disposition. Very fiery.
Yeah. You know what? By the way, fuck off, okay?
We're going to talk to Selena today, who I don't think I've ever really met. And
really, she's absolutely lovely.
I know. And I want to tell her, this part of the show is like talking well behind somebody's back.
Who are you talking to about her?
You.
Like you're talking.
I'm talking.
Oh, just me?
Yeah, you're the person I'm talking to.
I think
this was just me calling you?
You have to let me know when we're recording, because if we're recording, I'll answer.
We're recording right now.
What? Okay.
I'm glad I'm talking to you about Selena because I remember when we were together, I said, "Oh, what's it like working with her?" And you were like, "She's great." Like you said, she's just a doll. And I remember thinking, "Oh, it's so good to hear," because that's the vibe I got from her and wanted it so much to be true. But I do feel like you can tell a lot about somebody by how they work.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is about Selena is that she is just an old pro. I had never met her the first day we shot, and we had Zoomed, and it was because of COVID. You just have to Zoom all the time. And as I'm driving there, I'm thinking, what is Selena Gomez going to be like? What if she's a nightmare? What if she's mean to people? Is kind of rude. I knew if she was late, 40 minutes late every day, Steve would say, "Very good, one season. I don't care how big a success I'm not doing it."
Yeah.
And so right away, I met her in the makeup room and she smiled at me and I went, we're fine.
Yeah.
And she's just been a doll. We've really, really become very, very close. I just adore her. I'm so happy that she's getting married to this fabulous guy, Benny Blanco, who's just one of the great, cool guys and funny and loose. And she adores him. And I don't know. I'm just thrilled for her happiness. And I'm thrilled to get to work with her.
Yeah. Well, I know that she gets asked a lot what it's like what she's learned from working with you and Steve. But what have you learned from working with her?
I knew everything.
Yeah, it looks
at
like
that.
nothing. Looks like you've stopped learning.
I learned you can like order an egg with caviar on it and not be ashamed.
It's
That's what I
important.
learned.
Caviar egg. You never gave yourself permission to do that before.
I didn't, and I don't know what I was waiting for. First of all, I don't like caviar, but secondly,
Yeah.
it was just, I'm me, and you know
Right.
that's the name of my new book.
I'm me, colon, I deserve this.
The actual working title is I Is Me. I did a special once called I Martin Short Goes Hollywood. A little bit of bad grammar is the funniest thing in the world. Nothing funny.
So funny. Now, do you have to have extra security because you work with Selena, like on set and stuff? Because you guys shoot in New York a lot, which is not fun.
She has a security person. We have a security person. But what's amazing is if we shoot on the street,
Yeah.
which is not often, but certainly happens a lot. That doesn't make any sense. Not often, but happens a lot. Anyway, if Steve and I are working and doing a scene, there might be nine guys there kind of disinterested for about 40 minutes, and then they walk away. And you never, ever see those pictures. When Selena joins us, there's about 120 paparazzi, and they're there all day.
Oy.
And I'm sure they're just waiting for her to fall or stumble or something mean, that would therefore they could, make more money from it. So she's that's been her life. I don't think, and she does have security on the streets. We all do, but she is so lovely with them, and they've been in her life for so long. And the only time I ever saw her get a little stern is when they were a little abrupt to like this 14-year-old fan of hers, and she kind of said, "Never do that."
Yeah.
No, you can't fault her.
Yeah.
You really can't say, "Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what's really bad about it." You can't. There's no way to.
And the other thing I do want to talk to her about today is, I mean, she's the founder of a hugely successful business. And, just because we've all grown up with her, I think people think she's younger than she is. I mean, she's a 33-year-old woman running a $1 billion business.
We once compared each other's net worth. And I told her what my net worth was, and she went, "Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
That's just adorable." She said.
You guys both wrote it on a piece of paper and just slipped it to each other?
I went like this. Wow. And she went like this. You know what? It's amazing. I've never seen her. I mean, she has literally like, I don't know, 490 million Instagram followers. I've never seen her overrun by it all, collapsing from the pressure of it all. And so a question for her might be, is it ever overwhelming and too much? I also think another thing to ask her about her music. She's this massively successful singer-songwriter, and but I don't think I ever asked her in detail enough her real early influences and what was the first song that she fell in love with.
I love that. On set, is there singing?
When Jane Lynch was on, there's always singing.
Yeah.
Steve sometimes will bring his banjo. You know what I say about the banjo? The banjo makes people who play the jug say, "Really?" But anyway, but no, there's not a lot of singing. There's a lot of gossip. It doesn't have to be true.
Yeah, just make it up.
You know what I heard?
Okay, I'm going to ask her about her early musical influences. That's a good question, I think. And I do want to talk to her about her successful business, because I do think that, not to get too heavy, Marty, but in our patriarchal society, I think we totally, we don't treat female-run businesses, especially by young women, especially in the beauty space, as a serious business, and it is crushing everything else.
Let me tell you something. When I look at not only what Selena's done, but what you've done and what Tina's done, I find myself very proud of you ladies.
Well, that seems weird and patronizing. Proud of us.
I am proud
Why,
because
what are you, my dad?
no, I just feel like, because you could just be saying, you want cream in that coffee, but you're not.
This
You're
doesn't feel good.
I'm trying to be as kind
I know.
as a condescending guy can be.
I love you so much. Thank you
Hey,
for
I
doing this.
remember gossip, but I will repeat it when we're off.
Oh.
It's from the SNL 50th. Dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't wait. My phone is standing by. Send
Actually,
me the
why
hot
don't you
goss.
phone? You have my cell.
Yeah, you have
Phone me
mine.
because it's what? And I have
Call
yours.
you? I don't like to
I'll phone you
talk
right
on
now.
the phone. Can you just text it to me?
No. It's too long.
Oh my God.
Kids, what is wrong with the phone
I
with you
don't
kids?
like talking on the phone. A phone call
First
feels.
of all, this isn't going to be the length of Shoah. It was a brief little story.
To me, a phone call is bad news. Like, why am I on the phone?
No. But is this, and I, again, oh my God, I so don't mean this condescendingly negative. But is your thing about the phone because you really don't like it or because you read Cher doesn't like the phone?
Well, you know that I try to not like anything that Cher doesn't like.
I know.
You know how I do.
I know.
I would, just snap me. Just Snapchat me.
Okay, I'm not, you know what? This is too boring. I'm not giving you this information. I can't.
Shit.
You're
Okay.
generally
I'm calling you. Calling you right now. I'm calling you right now. Okay, hanging up so I
Bye.
can get this.
Bye.
Okay, love you, Marty. Bye.
Bye.
This episode is brought to you by Uber Eats. Beauty emergencies are bound to happen. How many times have you, I don't know, dug around in your purse and pulled out mascara and thought it was lipstick? And then all of a sudden you got mascara on your lips and you're like, this is not the kind of look I want to bring to the very fancy dinner party that I'm about to have. So now that Sephora is on Uber Eats, you can get all your beauty essentials delivered in 25 minutes for the same price as in store. Plus, treat yourself to $10 off when you spend $50 or more on your first Sephora order on the Uber Eats app. Order Sephora on Uber Eats today. Offer ends October 30th. One order per customer. Additional terms apply. See app for availability. Delivery fees may apply. Selena Gomez is here. I kind of wanted to start today by saying, I feel like so many people talk to you about the past. They want to talk to you about things that happened, but I want to stay in the present.
Yes.
And talk about the future. I know. Because your present is pretty amazing right now.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on the past couple of years.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been wonderful. I genuinely appreciate you saying that because people are going to think I'm permanently anhedonic of just not enjoying anything in life.
Wait, what's that word?
Anhedonic, meaning unable to enjoy things.
Wow.
And I really loved this era.
Yeah.
If you will. The past 5 years have been wonderful.
Super creative for you.
Yeah, it's just been a gift that keeps giving from Only Murders to Rare. All of it's just, I have to pinch myself sometimes.
We have a lot to talk about because you're running, you founded, created, and you're running a $1 billion business, $2 billion business. You have a huge hit show in the air. You have the love of your life. You've the past couple of years have felt like they've been this big, joyous explosion of things. And I always like to ask people this, if your life is a book, what is the title of this chapter?
Oh, gosh. I
Can I pitch you some ideas?
Yes.
I would say something like really simple but poetic, like the best part yet.
Oh.
Or
the best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come. Or the best is here. The best is here, babe. Or what is the best?
Let me tell you.
33 and feeling free or whatever. But I want to speak to you as a person talking to a deeply successful entrepreneur. I mean, you are the founder of a gigantic, successful business that, in my opinion, like does a lot of things, gets a lot of things very right. When you were a young person, what was your relationship to makeup and beauty? Did you have a house where people were doing that? Did you?
Yeah, it's actually interesting because my nana was all about self-care
Mm.
as far as, taking good care of your skin. But my mom was a makeup artist.
No
So,
way.
yes.
Would
And
she
she
do
worked
you?
at MAC, so she had
She was
like
at the counter.
yeah. And I love it,
Yeah.
like I think she would give me all of her products that she was done with, and she would do them for photo shoots in Dallas, Texas for like little things, and
Yeah.
it was really cool. So, yeah, I remember playing with it a lot. I
Mhm.
wasn't allowed to wear it out, and I'm glad considering the pictures I see now. I would stick on all the colors, and it
Mhm.
just was really fun for me to play with. And now
Yeah.
my sister is gonna be 13.
I
It's so
know.
weird, but she's
12
awesome.
to 13 is an interesting bridge.
Very. It's so weird. Even her getting her nails done sometimes freaks me out. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
And also, I noticed that like 12, you're still kind of, you'll like dance around and be goofy. And sometimes something happens with boys and girls. It's not
yeah.
gendered, where like you just start to be conscious of being self-conscious, and you just,
Right.
I know.
Well,
And it's,
that's what I was going to say is my 12 versus her 12. It is a vast difference, and it
yeah.
makes me worried and also encouraged because I have, trust in my sister, and
Mhm.
she's a very sweet girl. She's very goofy still, so I try to like pull that
Mhm.
out of her.
Yeah. It's like you want to keep the goofiness going for as long as possible. And also, that just is at any age,
I
basically, like
know.
no matter the person. Like you want to, it's the secret to life, but it's so hard to learn, which is if you can just have fun without worrying about what other people think of you,
Exactly.
that's the power. But it takes so long to
It's
learn.
true. But she's been like, when you were Joy, it was actually I really wanted to ask you about that movie because I watched it with my sister and I completely sobbed
Yeah.
because it is so factual how I
Mhm.
almost feel like it should have been a requirement in school to watch that as a homework assignment because I'm so fascinated with the human mind and it would break my
Mhm.
heart. And my sister watched it and she started crying, and it's was that just
Yeah,
crazy?
I think for people listening, I think
Oh,
you're
sorry.
referring
Yes.
to Inside Out.
Yes, I
And
know.
in the second one, are you talking about
Yeah.
Inside Out too?
Yep.
Yeah, there's that like kind of heartbreak that happens when anxiety moves in,
Yes.
and suddenly the emotion of anxiety moves in. And I have to say, same, no matter the age,
Yeah.
you're either feeling it in real time as a young person, you're remembering that feeling as a person in your 30s and 40s or 50s or above. Like you're just remembering that moment when your paint set, got some darker colors in it.
Definitely.
And it's part of growing up, but
Yeah.
it's brutal.
It is. But I mean, how it was everyone a part of that movie. If you haven't
I know,
seen it,
they're
please watch. I just
geniuses.
think it's incredible, and
Thanks,
congratulations. I'm gonna
Selena.
make my children watch it. Just
Oh my God, your children!
I know.
I want to see your
Not
little
yet.
babies. I know they don't exist yet, but I can't wait.
They don't.
I also want to talk to you about like typical day
Okay.
of you running your business, because you have basically 3 to 4 full-time jobs.
Yes.
And one would be enough, and you have a lot of full-time jobs. And the great Martin Short, I spoke to him earlier today
Yeah.
because we like to talk well behind our guests' back, and he's he's so in love with you. And he was just saying, like, I never see Selena like overwhelmed. Like she doesn't do that thing, which is like, oh, I can't handle today, right? Even though she's got a million things that she's dealing with at once.
Yeah.
What's a typical day like for you?
Well, I love him so much. That isn't always true, though.
You're just hiding
I
it.
think it's about, of course, typical answer balance, but it
Yeah.
is when I am doing only murders, it's it can be 12 to 14-hour
Yeah.
days, and it's 5 days a week, and I have like my entire love and attention is focused on that.
Yeah.
So when I do get to work on anything film or TV related, I kind of have to have all of my focus there.
Yeah.
Does not mean that I'm not answering emails. Well, texts. I don't like email.
Oh my God,
'cause
Marty
I
wanted,
know,
Marty
I'm
wanted to
Marty.
talk on the phone. I was like, are you nuts?
I've turned into Steve and Marty. We'll get there, but I've turned into both of them somehow.
And you're talking on the sending faxes?
Yes, and I don't.
Using a file of fax?
Yeah, I'm always, if I have an idea or I smell something or I feel something, I'm super close with Joyce, who basically is my product go-to guru. If
Yeah.
I want to create something out of thin air,
Cool.
she 1,000% will go there, and it could be a complete failure.
So
But
you can be
it's
like,
not.
I touched this lemon today. How cool would it be to like have a lemon, do we have a lemon scrub in the line that's interesting
so
or whatever?
cool.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
definitely will come up with things. And
What have
it's
you come
fun.
up with that you're like, that was good?
Well, when we first started the company, I'd say the liquid blushes have been my pride and joy, because that was one of the most important, moments for Rare. And I think the texture and the way we'd play with it and all the colors, all of it feels like you're a chemist in a way, and you can just feel it and smell it even. And I was able to go to Italy where, we did most of our products, and it's wild,
Yeah.
it's a whole process.
You have tons of different people using the stuff that you make. I was really impressed, and I didn't know this, that you have easily accessible products. They're easy to open.
Yes.
Why was that important to you? And what do you have to do to make that happen?
So I have a few medical things, but I have arthritis in my fingers, and that's due to my lupus. So I remember before the brand, I was trying to open a water bottle, and it hurt really bad before I was on the right medication. And we somehow inherently made the products easy to open. And then we realized, wait, they kind of have to be that way.
Yeah.
And then we started to make every product with the intention of anybody who have dexterity problems. And I know that might seem like a little thing, but it's really not, because it's actually so helpful for anyone at any age to be able to use the products. And that's why we want to make them easy and accessible, because it's important to me, and it always has been. So even down to our fragrance, the pump is very easy for me to use.
It speaks to the bigger thing, which is I've just been always very moved and impressed by the way that you allow your own challenges, health challenges, to inform your story and your product,
Yeah.
because it really makes people feel very seen.
Definitely. And I think there's so much stigma behind so many different illnesses. I don't know. I've been through it, so I think I just know how it feels, and I really want everyone to feel as good as I do now,
Do we have the scent here?
Yeah.
May I?
Yes, please.
Look, so this is my fake food wall.
I really, really love this. We have some of this at our home.
You do?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you recognize? Okay, already I'm loving this for a couple
Well,
reasons. I'm gonna take a
Okay,
look at this.
basically, we have orange peels that look so real, and they're all over the house that people keep mistaking them as trash.
And
but
they're
it's
fake
art.
orange peels?
Yeah,
It's art.
it's art.
I love it.
Might be my fiance's choice.
Benny's,
yes,
Benny's like, babe, we got to get these orange peels.
It's like they're the deal.
And you're like, okay, I'm afraid people are going to throw them away. And I was like,
Alright. Yeah, multiple people have tried. But yeah, so can I show you?
yes, please.
Basically, it's so to lock it, it's just that little simple turn to
Love.
unlock it. It's
And what are we
that.
calling this fragrance?
This is called Rare Eau de Parfum. I learned that. But I
Mm.
just say it's my rare perfume.
Mhm.
So you can do it with, your hands. You can
Uh-huh.
do it however you feel like if you want to. Oh, I was going to spray it right in
Ooh,
my eyes.
I can smell it right now.
So I know. I just realized I overdid it.
No,
so
let me smell. Let me take it in.
it will definitely,
Oh yeah, it smells nice.
it'll settle. I honestly can taste it. I'm sorry how many times I sprayed it. I'm like, it's in my mouth.
It smells. It's the very funny bit, which is like in the 80s you would like spray your cologne and then you'd walk through it.
Oh, it's the gentle.
Yes.
Yes.
You'd
And
make it a thing.
I think that's what I should have done.
Okay. This smells really good. Everybody here.
We're waiting for it to calm down.
Everybody likes the smell in here.
It'll
I
be
say
here
we
for a
spray
minute.
it and then we light it on fire. So
Yes.
we really do some pyrotechnics in here. So I got to talk to Marty Short.
Yeah.
And he was so nice. He came on this podcast.
He was your first
He
guest.
was like my first guest, him and Tina.
Aw.
And him and Steve, are heroes of mine and I'm sure of yours too. And I grew up loving them, but I also have the pleasure and privilege to know that they're really wonderful to work with. And when you guys all started working together, and of course the show is a big giant hit, and I said, what's it like working with Selena? Like she seems great, but you never know. And every report back has been and always has been like, you're such a pro.
My papa used to say, if you are on time, you're already late. So that means I get to places 30 minutes before, or my team has had to trick me because I show up so early, but I like to be prepared and to say
Yes.
hi and not be rushed. The feeling of being rushed is very stressful. But then on top of it, I start working with Steve and Marty. And they really, spearhead the whole, they started the pyramid and everything happens. And they are so professional. They
Mhm.
make everyone feel good. They lighten up any room, even if it's a serious scene. And that's a huge inspiration to me.
Mhm.
And it just, they've been working for so long. And if I'm tired and they're not, sometimes I'm like, whoa, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
They've really, I've been very lucky to work with people who are, punctual. And I just like it because I want everyone to work and have an
I
enjoyable
don't think people
experience.
realize in our industry, like most jobs, you get in trouble if you're late or you
Yeah.
get fired. But in our
Yeah.
industry, in the music industry, in
Yes.
acting and in television and film, people sometimes just don't come on time, and it's a
Right.
really weird thing because in almost every other industry, you can't get away
Yeah.
with
I
that. You'd
wonder
be
why.
I have theories. I think sometimes genuinely like real like the magnanimous theory is that real artists like are often, in their own kind of creative space and like time
Right.
isn't maybe their time management
I
maybe
see.
isn't their biggest skill.
Yeah.
That's a generous way to think
Yeah.
about it. And then the less generous way is I think to your point about anxiety, for some people there's just like a struggle to figure out the power dynamics. And one way to get power is to make people wait. It's my worst nightmare. It's my worst
I
nightmare.
honestly would start crying only because it stresses me out.
It's so stressful.
It's also, I don't want to hurt. I guess it wouldn't be hurting people's feelings because they don't probably care like about me that way. But I think it's disrespectful. No, it's not to say everyone live their life the way they want to, but for me, I would feel like a puppy dog with my tail in between my legs the whole day
Yes.
at work if I made the crew wait even 30 minutes. I'd be like, I'm so sorry.
I
I'm
know,
so
like
sorry.
we all make mistakes, we're humans, but there are the few times that I've overslept or I cannot tolerate the feeling
No.
of knowing people are waiting.
That's so nice to know that there's more people like that.
Are you an early to airport person?
No.
Oh, what?
I don't push it, but I don't like being
This is interesting.
in an airport because
Sure.
it like is as you can tell, I'm a very like anxious person in a way, but I don't know. It gets me
Yeah.
like overstimulated. Thank you.
You want to kind of like
I want to
keep
just
walking right
get
onto
there
the plane.
and then get in my little
Yeah.
blanket.
I'm the opposite.
Okay.
I like to get there with plenty of time.
Okay.
Go look at the gate.
Go look at the gate.
You have to see. Yeah, I have to see the gate.
That's true. Make sure it's there.
Make sure it's there. Look at the plane. Look at the gate.
Yep.
Like very like airport dad.
Love
Like
that.
go up to the person and be like, "Looks like we're taking off on time." Like I like to kick the tires a little bit
I love that.
and have plenty of time to just like be a little hypervigilant. But I understand the airport is a nightmare.
It's just it's overstimulating.
Yeah.
But I will say, if I'm at the Dallas airport, I like to take my time.
Ooh, why? What's at the Dallas airport?
First off, it's my home. Second, it's just, I mean, what a burger. They have the best restaurants. It doesn't even feel like you're at an airport.
Yeah.
It's like
You could get lost there.
I just want to spend time there.
Yeah.
It's a very push and pull thing because it could be overstimulating.
Sometimes I like to try to get my steps in.
Oh, that's clever.
I'm not always thinking too much about my steps, but if
Right.
I can get them in,
Yes.
the airport is a great place to get them in.
Now, have you seen the people who ride their
Love.
suitcases?
Oh,
You can do that. There's
Adults
automatic.
who
Oh,
ride their
I've seen
suitcases?
adults. I've actually seen it. I do believe you could find it on TikTok or something.
riding the
It is
suitcases.
it's grown. Yes. I get it
That's
for the
tough for
kids,
me.
but it's a little hilarious.
And I
'cause
don't
they're
mean to
just-
be unfair, but if a man was riding his suitcase, that's a hell no.
And
for
you're
me.
kind of yeah, that's so true.
Or anyone who
I'm
brings
like-
their own pillow. That's very stressful to me. Adults with their own pillow. Again, if you need your
hilarious.
pillow for support, I understand. But if you don't,
Why are you gonna have it?
okay. So back to Marty. So Marty, first of all, what I find so interesting, I mean, this is a really deeply comedic role on a show with deeply comedic people, and it keeps getting recognized by your peers and lauded by critics, and people can't wait for season 5, which is coming out this week. But you have been funny for a very long time,
Oh God, thank you. That's a huge
and
compliment.
you were very funny on Wizards,
Thank you.
and
I'm like, what? How have you seen it?
but you've had the chops for a long
Aw,
time.
thank
You've
you.
had your
Thanks.
you had timing, which is so much is such a big. I mean,
yeah.
it's wow. I can't even get this sentence out. This is how bad my timing is. But it's true. Your timing has always been impeccable.
Thank you. It's because I grew up and should have probably been more outside, but I grew up watching Will and Grace, Friends, of course, Channel 33 would be Frasier after.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who
don't-
did you love? Who are your comedic heroes growing up?
Oh, well, I mean, that's different because I
Okay.
feel like when I have watched, because I didn't watch like stand up. It was
Okay.
actually introduced to me when I was probably like 18, but just because I was this Texas bumpkin that just didn't really know. And I think the first one I ever watched was, I believe it was, see, I'm terrible. Oh, Ali Wong when she was pregnant.
No way. That was your first stand-up special?
Yeah. And I
Great
just
one to start
completely
on.
lost it. So now it's almost like a morning thing where I'll Benny will show me some of his favorite comedians. And it's actually, I have a whole appreciation and, obviously for Steve and Marty, knowing their history and their stories, it's
Yeah.
pretty inspiring. I don't know how, other than just I watched a lot of TV and I thought about the timing. But
Mhm.
I will say Wizards was so fun because I had the room to mess up, and it's
Mhm.
okay if it really failed and was cheesy because it was Disney, so it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and did you-
this was a bit scarier.
Yeah, I would be intimidated to
Very.
do a TV show with them, I have to say. They're really deeply funny and they're really good joke writers.
They're very good.
And their material, like they're always searching for like the better joke. And they're really, they won't kind of rest until they get it.
It's true. Trust me, I will be right in the middle of them figuring it out. And I'm like, it's funny, guys. It's funny.
Guys, we got it. I know. I mean, still, you know, when I work with them or people that are kind of like trained in that world, it's still amazing to me how you'll think everything is really ready to go. And people, you know, the best comedians will just keep going. But do you think up until the very last minute?
That is something that I love, though, because it's so fun. But I must have heard their bits 100 times that I could finish them. But so I just try to, at a group hang, I'm just listening and I'm laughing again and doing the whole thing to just be like, wow. And it's the 20th time I've heard them. But it's actually so sweet because they've been best friends for like 35 or something
their
years.
relationship is really awesome to watch.
Cute. I love it.
And, you know, having truly, I looked up to both of them when I was growing up. I can't believe that I know them. Like, I actually can't believe that they're friends of mine.
Yeah.
Who is someone that you can't believe you're friends with?
Honestly, them and Meryl.
Yes.
I can't even imagine. Like, my life is really weird sometimes because we have gotten incredibly lucky with people who love to just come and join our show. We don't. You know, we want to create a space where people can have fun. So that's genuinely, I believe and hope that is the reason people like to come on the show because we just have fun and you can be a quirky character or be whatever you want.
Yeah.
So I feel like I lost track of what I was.
Well, I was saying, who can you believe you're friends with? And Meryl, I mean, ultimate.
Yes, but everyone, Davine, I love Michael Creighton. I love, you've had such Richard Kind. I'm sorry.
Bing Bong.
He's one of my favorite.
Bing Bong.
I know. I'm too obsessed with your movie, but
every time I see Richard Kind, and I've gotten a chance to see him recently, I have this reaction because of his voice, because we never recorded together, but in Inside Out, he played Bing Bong, an amazing character.
Yes.
And Richard is such a like big personality.
He's so great.
He's so great. And it's very filled with a ton of pathos. Like, you really feel big feelings.
Definitely.
When you're around Richard.
Richard just makes me laugh. He doesn't even try. He's just, one time he had to walk down a hall and open a door, and he just like walked all the way down, and we watched him walk past the door that he was supposed to open to go to the next door and knock. And then the other person answered from the other door and looked down the hall, and he goes, "Oh, well, I didn't know that." And I was like, "Yes, you did. We shot it like 15 times.
And then do you guys improvise? Like, we do
have freedom takes is what we call them.
Ooh, freedom takes. We call them on Parks and Recreation. We call them fun runs.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
I like that. Sounds more fun.
Freedom takes.
Yeah, freedom takes. That's exactly what Marty will say. He'll be like, okay, but let's do a freedom take. And then we can have fun and do whatever and try things. It's funny when it's so funny, and then it's hilarious when it doesn't land.
Oh, I know.
Because
I'm always like, get ready for it to be longer.
And then no one laughs, and you're like,
I have a good idea. I can't wait to bring it out on this freedom take. And then you do it, and everyone's like, moving on.
Yeah. Oh, and it's happened. I equally get it too, because they're very sweet to me, but they'll let me know when a joke fails. They're like, that didn't work. I was like, okay. I really appreciate it.
They're pros. They will not say it's funny if it's not.
Yeah.
And okay, we should take a lip balm break, by the way.
Sure.
I take a lip. Do you have your lip balm?
Yeah, I do. Oh. What kind of balm do you use? You don't know which one?
Well, I mean, I'm sponsored by Laneige.
I see. Okay.
But I could be sponsored by Rare Beauty.
I'm not. You're hilarious. I want you to do what your contract says. But
my contract, as if I have a beauty contract. You know, Selena, my beauty contracts.
What do you mean?
It's hard to keep them straight. Now,
so I haven't used these because I want you to try this one.
Okay. Oh, these are great. Okay, the reviews in, they're great.
If you just let them in.
Like it a lot. So let's get to Marty's question.
Oh, good grief.
Marty had a question for you. And it was a sweet one, I think, because, he was saying, he was like, I don't think I talked to Selena enough about her music, and which is such a
That's so
sweet,
cute.
I know, it's such a cute thing to say. And I mean, also, let's point out that both Steve and Marty, on top of being, comedic geniuses, are also excellent musicians.
It's true.
But his question was very, sweet, which was basically like, just like, hold on, let me get it right. Oh, okay. So he said, like, who were some of your early musical influences, and what was a song that you fell in love with early?
Ooh.
I know.
Well, it was interesting because my dad growing up was a DJ. So I definitely remember listening to a lot of 90s hip hop.
Mm.
But my mom was very creative. So when she would paint, she'd listen to classical music. When, other things were happening, she'd kind of go with the energy. And then on my dad's side, it was a lot of Tejano music. So I loved listening to all styles of music.
What is it about Tejano music that makes it specifically that kind of music? How would you describe it to people who don't listen to it?
I think, well, Linda Ronstadt has an incredible album that is
Yes.
in Spanish.
Yeah.
And she, to me, since, the days of Selena Quintanilla, who kind of popped, made it like a pop version of it.
Yeah.
Linda's, I thought, was incredible too, because it's so musically charged.
Yeah.
The instruments make everything sound so grand, and then you feel like you want to move. That's
Yeah.
one of the best feelings. And it just hearing her, I don't know if you've heard any of that album, but
I have.
it's so beautiful.
She's definitely like a voice of my childhood as well. Like
Yes.
my mom used to play Linda Ronstadt a lot,
Yeah.
and she's just an amazing singer. And you've recorded in Spanish too.
Yeah.
Did your voice change when you sing in a different
It
language?
does. It's so weird. I don't know why. I
Yeah.
only have one EP in Spanish and a few songs I've recorded in Spanish for various things. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's so
'cause I can
interesting.
imagine, because it's like, I don't know, it's you're yourself, but you're just playing a different version of yourself,
Yeah,
a
that's
character in
true.
a way. And it's so interesting to be singing.
A different language.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
No,
really
it's
difficult.
it's really funny to me. I don't really get it, but I like it.
Yeah. And you are now living with a musician.
Yes.
2 musicians.
Yes.
What's it like in a house with 2 musicians? Orange peels everywhere.
Well, there's orange peels to go around.
Yeah.
And I'd say he's obviously, hands down, I hope everyone would agree with me, musically talented in a stratosphere that I couldn't even touch, and it's not because I'm playing down myself. I'm really not. I'm just saying I respect him as an artist, as a producer, as a songwriter, and everything that he does, he puts his whole heart into. I will listen to the same beats over and over and over
That's
again.
what I imagine, is that he's playing a lot of beats.
Yeah, he's creating things.
Yeah.
I would like to categorize myself more as an actress.
Mhm.
So there isn't any competition, I guess. Not that there would be. The last album I released was with Benny, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Because I was proud of something, and it was mine and ours,
Yeah.
and it was fun. But I think I really depend on him for any of the tastes, playlists, that kind of stuff.
Congrats on your engagement.
Thank you so much.
And I have to say, the other thing that I've loved watching you over the years, again, not knowing you, but just like being like, oh, cool, Selena's trying this. Your cooking show. I love a cooking show.
Yeah.
And I love cooking. And for me, it was a new experience. I didn't really start cooking until I was in my 40s. I didn't really grow up. I had a working mom. We didn't have, there wasn't a ton of, I didn't cook in the home when I was young, and I had my kids. I was working a lot and I didn't cook as much. And so I'm always drawn to people teaching me how to cook and watching people cook. You are too. What kind of?
So this is what I love when people say you are a chef because you had a cooking show. No.
Right. But you like
the idea, yes. The idea and the concept of the show is that I simply don't know how. And I think over a few seasons, it's safe to say I still don't know how. Because it was
Okay.
incredible recipes that were so intricate. And I
Mm.
think that was very challenging for me.
Okay.
But it was fun because I'd get it right. But it would take me 5 to 7 hours to do it.
But what I liked about it
It's
is,
crazy.
you know, you're basically, to your point, you're watching somebody learn and you're learning with them. And it's a very nice gesture to
Oh.
be even behind the people watching.
Oh, yeah. That's actually what I do with Benny. Benny feels, I don't know if he'd like admit this, but he likes when I sit in the kitchen with him because he tells me what he's doing. And I think it's the cutest thing in the world because I'll sit there and I'm just like,
He, like,
now what?
narrates,
And he'll go, so we're gonna make sure these onions are fully chopped and I'm gonna caramelize them, whatever. See, I don't even know the lingo.
Yep.
He's like, I'm gonna do
Caramelize.
this, chop the basil, and then he'd like it completely loses himself in cooking. And I love that. I just think it's so endearing.
Well, I think cooking is a good way, speaking of anxiety, for me, it's like a place to put anxiety.
Yes.
Because it's very low risk, high reward. If you if it doesn't work out, like whatever, you can just order in or just tried. But if it does, you feel really good about yourself.
You're very proud.
Yeah.
For sure. I enjoy cooking. I really do. I just find it very intimidating to do with Benny.
Yeah.
Because he has,
Yeah.
he's so good. He's just really good at it.
Yeah.
It's almost just too threatening. So one time I made dinner for my friends and he got so offended. He was like, why haven't you done that for me?
Dinner.
I'm like, because mine was frozen and then I added a sauce. He does everything.
You're like, I'm dealing with the sauce. I can't take. I can't.
That's
I
all
can't talk
got
to you
for
right now.
But I try.
What's a meal that you like, that you know to cook and you cook?
Oh, my Nana's chicken and dumplings. It's a very Southern dish. It's very good. It's biscuits and these chicken strip, like not just shredded chicken and a soup. It's the best cozy weather
That sounds good.
dish. It's so fun.
I love also, to like zoom out. What was great about that show is, it's just you enjoying food.
Yeah.
Because
I love food.
you talk a lot about making sure that you stay healthy.
Yeah.
How has your relationship with food changed?
It hasn't necessarily changed. It's broadened.
Mm-hmm.
And Benny has spoiled me a little bit because he's, again, not to talk about it, but all the time, but he would take a recipe and turn it into something even better.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really funny. I'm just like totally airing him out right now, but I think he does this thing where I'll say, wow, this risotto is incredible. And he'll taste it and he'll say, well, I probably would have added this, but it's very good. I just think if you put more and then like, you see how this is set. And I just like to like stare at him because it's so cute.
He's constantly tweaking it.
Yeah. He always says he can make it better. And it's not a lie. It's just the most adorable thing. He's going to be like, what?
It's a very sweet, like making food for someone is a really tender act.
It is.
It's really a loving act.
Very kind act.
It
and
is.
I just get sometimes stressed because he doesn't need to do it, but he reminds me, like you said, it's very therapeutic for him.
At least I can speak for me, where you just kind of start thinking about like, what do I want to make tonight? Okay. And your brain, your your anxiety brain, your squirrel brain needs to land on something, and then it can land on a list, and it can think about timing, and it can think, and it like has to click clack away on something. And if it's just the meal that night, it can be really helpful because it's also done. There's something about finishing that thing that
it's a feeling of accomplishment.
Yeah.
And I totally get that. It's the same feeling as me watching like TikToks of people cooking. Those are my favorite.
Me too.
I just appreciate it so much. And then they're so interesting from different cuisines around the world. And it's just really Yeah, that's me. That would be my feed for sure.
Do you go on TikTok? Because that must be treacherous.
No, so I actually haven't been on TikTok
That's great.
in
I'm sorry, TikTok, but
no, it's okay.
we need a
All
break.
social media platforms, I'm sure, hate me at this point because I'm always like, I don't know. It's very
You
can
have
be scary.
400 million
Uh,
Instagram followers.
So
That
it's fine. But
I mean, it's fine, says
well,
Selena.
no, I'm just saying I get so like
I know,
awkward about that because
but
it doesn't.
what's
I don't understand it sometimes. It's just a very
This is amazing.
interesting thing.
Because my experience with social media, I think is we may share a similarity, which is that I feel it's like treacherous, but it can be, to your point, like you can find ways to feel connection.
Definitely. I think it's important for that element for me to have a connection
Yeah.
with, just my community. I'm not sure I'll always be that way forever, but
Mhm.
I think right now it's been a great resource for me to connect with people. I have not been on social media for a few months now.
Mhm.
Even when I post, sometimes it's just to make sure it's like on my post and feed, and then I don't look at anything.
Well, you've been very generous in sharing your life with people.
Yeah, and
You've
I
said,
and
like,
I
this
like
is happening, and I
I
feel good
like
about it.
doing it
Yeah.
my way,
Yeah.
and I think if I were to get into something, and sorry, I'm all over the place, and I also just want people to know, like, if it didn't come from me,
Mhm.
it's 90% false or
Yes.
anything. I just love being able to say this is where I am and I'm
Mhm.
enjoying it, and
Yeah.
I'm willing to share that part of my life, and maybe it'll change, but I enjoy it.
Yeah. And then it leads me kind of to one of our last questions, which is basically energy, giving it, getting it. Like it sounds like for every person in their 30s,
Yeah.
I would say it's one of the big lessons is figuring out, okay, if your 20s is like trying to figure out, what you don't want to do and who you don't want to be, then your 30s become like, okay, let's give energy to the things that I want to have
Of
grow.
course.
So what have you learned about, self-care and boundaries and all this way in which you can be, open about your life, or you can share the things that you're happy about and you can feel the love and support from people who have supported you,
Yeah.
but still keep the
I
energy and
definitely
boundaries.
don't read anything. I don't have comments enabled on my
Yeah.
my page. Just simply because I want it to be fun for me. I
Yeah.
don't need anything else other than just me
Mhm.
wanting to share that with the world. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
That's my
siren.
ride, guys.
Wait, this is why Selena's such a pro, is that she just stopped talking during a siren. That is you just like, go looking for trouble.
I don't think it's healthy. So
Mhm.
I'll say on the social part, if you're depending on it, it's really scary. But have a healthy relationship
Mhm.
with it. I think it's important. But yeah, I don't let anything in that I don't need because
Yeah.
it's not where I am.
And you kind of like spoke about karma earlier. What's amazing about the work that you do is you give a lot back. You give a
I
lot of your
definitely try.
time and you give a lot of your money. And in many ways, time can be harder to give than money. And you give both. And you have for a very long time. Like you toured with UNICEF for many, many years. You were an ambassador. Rare Beauty gives a ton of money. I was really impressed with
Yeah.
what you guys do with
And
your.
that's also the community because 1% of our products. So it's people contributing to
Yeah,
helping
it's awesome.
young people have access to mental health.
When you are kind of one-on-one dealing with someone, you've now been famous for a really long time, and you have a lot of people who grew up with you
Mhm.
and feel really invested in you. And that's energy, right? Like they
Yes.
wanna connect with you. You feel that. I
Yes.
know you've been like extremely loving and very supportive of people,
Yeah.
but it's a lot to be approached sometimes with a lot of energy.
Right.
So, what do you say no to now that you didn't before? Or how do you kind of like guard your own energy, your own? Yeah.
It's very difficult for me to say no to people that I get to encounter. If it's my Nana taking her 14th picture of my outfit, I'm like, I can't do this.
You're like, we
Please stop.
got.
I gotta go.
I gotta make your dumplings. I have to go make your dumplings.
But I don't think, I don't know how to answer that. I'm trying to
Well,
think.
I mean, maybe it's just become intuitive and also feels. May I answer for you?
Yeah, well, because I'm thinking.
Well, because I feel protective of you because as a woman who is older and, I think any woman in their 30s, I think, is doing that thing where they're trying to figure out basically what is expensive for me with energy. Basically, you start
Yes,
protecting it.
it is. And I think that'll happen more so when I have kids.
Yeah.
I'll probably put more boundaries up for,
Yeah.
The sake of the sanity of,
Mhm.
what that will look like. I have no idea. But I feel like I owe a
Mhm.
lot of people in the world any sort of smile, hug,
Mm.
picture. So it's very hard. When I don't do it, I promise you it's because I'm either really having a hard time dealing
Mhm.
with my anxiety or I'm late. Like that's usually which
Mhm.
I try
Never
not to
late.
be. But like if I have to go somewhere, but in general it's very it's a lot because I love doing it. I think about it too much where I'll think about if I missed that one person. It's so it could get crazy
It
in my
can. It
head.
can be a little crazy making, and
So
and Marty said something really sweet, which is like, when you guys shoot in New York, and there's whatever, shooting in New York, just like living in New York, is just you're constantly on
yeah.
display, and people will, take photos. And he said like, Selena really understands that that's kind of part of the exchange, and it doesn't really bother her unless anyone is rude to
Oh
anybody
yeah.
who's like, you get very mama
I
bear about
get
that.
very yeah. I actually that was probably one of the pictures from season 2. Someone said a vile word to someone else, and it was a photographer, thankfully not a fan of the show, but I just looked at him and I gave him the finger, and there's just one shot of me, and he missed it. So he wasn't even the one that got it because I looked at him and I was just like,
Yeah.
and he like the other people started laughing, and I was like, I don't even care. I'm just so I
Yeah, 'cause
can't
you're
tolerate that kind of stuff. But then they want that reaction, so
I
then I'm like,
know they're
damn it.
baiting you, but you're a human being.
I just
One
yeah.
finger in 33 years, like
There's probably been a couple more,
no,
but
there's
it's
probably a
fine.
couple more. We could probably find them.
It's fine.
Okay, so I always ask my guests this: what stuff are you listening to right now, watching, reading that makes you laugh? Because it's not. It's there's a you've had a beautiful couple of years, and also in the midst of like there's a lot of heaviness in the world.
Yes.
Everybody is we're all in different spaces and places, and you've provided a lot of comedy for people who like really want to like your show provides that for a lot of people. Who does that for you? Who are you?
Well, it's more so the experiences I have. I
Mhm.
love encountering silly moments and spontaneity
Mhm.
because, I don't have a lot of that in my life because I try to schedule everything. So whenever something is spontaneous or even just being on Only Murders, as long as we work, those are the joyous, making someone laugh
Mhm.
or just having, your partner laugh with you and you're watching a movie together. It's
What movies made you laugh lately?
lately, Friendship.
Oh yeah, are you a Tim Robinson fan?
Yes.
Let's watch
It
I love Tim Robinson so
was
much.
hilarious. And it was so funny because a lot of like mixed emotions for people, but I was just like, this is just so funny because how, broad it is.
Him
And
and Paul Rudd are
they're
great in
great.
it, and also Tim Robinson is like the best kind of insane. I mean,
It's like, where does he come up with
my
stuff?
kids are obsessed with Tim Robinson.
Oh, that's awesome.
And have you watched his TV show?
No.
Oh,
That's what I need to get on.
you're gonna love it.
It's because
I think you should leave. I think it's 3 seasons.
okay.
It's so
That's what I'll be
funny.
doing now.
It's
I love it. I love it. But I'm also a big, lately we've seen all the horror films. So
okay. You like to be scared?
I loved Weapons. That movie.
No,
Yes.
thank you.
I know.
Oh, I just don't like to be scared.
No, but so
I heard it's amazing.
about 70% of the people in my life
I saw
loathe
the
the
thing
fact
with the
that I watch
children
it.
running, and I was like, "That's a hell no for
Yeah.
me. No way am I going to the movie. Like 2 tickets, please." No way.
I know.
No way.
I know.
I don't
it's such a
but you
weird
like
thing.
being
I
scared a
do.
little bit.
I do.
Fun. So
but I
does the
like
rest of the
things that
world.
are interesting mentally, not a lot of gore. But
yeah.
I
You
guess
want
there
to
was
you
some.
want like a intriguey, suspenseful.
Yeah, give me the jump scares every now and then.
What's your favorite horror movie or one of your favorites?
All time?
What do you like?
I would say I don't know. I really loved I'm trying to think. Barbarian.
Oh yeah,
The
the same
Conjuring, the
director.
first Conjuring was really one that I'll never
Absolutely
forget
not.
because
Well,
I was
you don't have
terrified.
to if you don't watch it, then you never have to
Yeah,
forget
that's
it.
true. That's true. So I would say one of those for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think You Should Leave is so great.
Okay.
You'll love it. Highly recommend. Watch one horror movie and then watch
A deal.
6 episodes.
Because that's how we do. I do have to watch something nice
to
after.
cleanse the
But no,
palate.
I have to. And you're not the only person. So I'm like, I need to have a new show to just laugh at.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
I'm
It's been a
so
delight.
happy that I got to do this. Thank you so much
Of
for having me.
course. It's a pleasure. And truly congrats on all the good stuff
Thank
that's coming your way. And can't wait for what's ahead. I mean, future only, babe.
Yeah. Oh, that's the name of the book.
Future only, babe.
Babe.
Past is the past. All robots, lip balm,
Tech, all of it.
tech, all of it. That's all. That's also your next chapter. Tech, all of it,
All of it.
and then just blank pages. And then you just have your grandmother's recipe.
I love it. Thank you so much.
It's so great. Thank you so much, Selena. Wow. You're just a total peach. And it was really nice talking to you. And for this polar plunge, I just wanted, in the spirit of what Selena does, right? She just gives back and she really tries to make sure that she's donating her time and energy to people who need it. I just wanted to say that I've been working a lot with Blood Cancer United, and they help people, patients who are dealing with cancer, all different kinds of blood cancers. And September is Childhood Cancer Month. So look, there may be some people listening right now who are dealing with it, who have experience with it, but there's just that moment when you really need support and love. And the people at Blood Cancer United definitely provide that, among many other things, resources, information. So I don't know. I just feel very moved by the way Selena uses her platform. And in an attempt to do that today, I would encourage you all to go to bloodcancerunited.org and donate what you can. It makes a big difference, especially in these times. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Thank you, Selena, for coming. And we'll see you soon. You've been listening to Good Hang. The executive producers for this show are Bill Simmons, Jenna Weiss-Berman, and me, Amy Poehler. The show is produced by The Ringer and Paperkite. For The Ringer, production by Jack Wilson, Kat Spillane, Kaya McMullen, and Alea Zanaris. For Paperkite, production by Sam Green, Joel Lovell, and Jenna Weiss-Berman. Original music by Amy Miles.